Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Life. So I'm getting out of my comfort zone today. I'm just going to show y'all what I'm about to jump into. Now, this has been something that I have actually wanted to do for a really long time, and for a number of reasons I have just never done it. Cost was one of those reasons, but after going to the Okie Homesteading Expo and really looking into Nutri-Meal, I decided it is time for me to start milling my own flour. Now, I have had these wheat berries. This is hard red wheat. This is a 50-pound sack. Most of this has been put in our storage for like long-term use, but I have kept some back, and I'm going to be honest with you, I have taken some of this. My commercial grinder, I have grinded some down and mixed it into my regular, quote, non-bleached organic store-bought flour. But there's so many benefits to milling your own flour. My only problem with the commercial one was that I was not able to get it fine enough. So just using it by itself was not cutting it while I was making bread, which was one of the reasons why I would mill some and mix it. But we didn't like the grainy texture. So I decided to make a purchase and mill my own flour. Guys, I have the instructions out because I have no earthly idea what I'm doing. So hopefully, I don't think it's going to be that complicated, but I am going to go ahead and go through my instruction book to see exactly what I needed to do, because I was thinking it was going to be just real simple, pour it in, it comes out, then I'm done. And when I started looking at all the parts, I thought, you know what? This may be a little more complicated than anticipated. So I've got to take a minute and go through my book. Then I'm going to try to get it set up and hopefully run some wheat berries through there, and we'll see what we think about it. I'm not going to actually be making flour today, but I am planning on making it tomorrow. And to make the process go a little bit faster, I'm going to mill some today, put it in the refrigerator. I'll pull it out tomorrow. So I'm trying to get on the schedule where I bake my breads on Sunday and Wednesday, and that will last us through the week. So y'all hang tight. I'm going to show you the process and how it turns out. Even tomorrow's ordeal of recording the bread, what it's like after. So y'all hold on tight. This is going to be a whole process of starting from scratch, milling my own flour, making bread all the way to the end. So let's get started, y'all. Okay, y'all, this suggests milling either 2 cups of wheat or rice and then discard in order to kind of get all of it just run through and kind of clean out to eliminate any contaminants in the meal during manufacturing. So that is what I'm going to be doing first. Fingers crossed I didn't miss anything important in here. So I'm about to get my Nutri-Meal turned on for the very first time. Okay, y'all, here's the test. I ran the rice through. Have not opened it up yet. Here we go. Well, I will say, although this is rice, you guys saw the texture here. This is pretty impressive. Very powdery. I don't feel grains like I did in my commercial grinder, which I really should be used for more things like coffee and grinding down my herbs. I make kumquat powder out of that, things like that. But this is pretty impressive, guys. Now I'm going to clean up the rice mess and actually run my hard red wheat through there, And I am so excited to be able to do this. So, this is gonna clean up and get the wheat run through. Y'all, I'm done. The machine is actually way more simple than I had originally thought. I will say on the hard wheat, it did not mill up as fine as the flour did. So I'm interested to see if we're gonna like it in bread, which I'm not making today because I have way too many other things to do. But I'm gonna pop this in the refrigerator and I will pop this out tomorrow, grab you guys, and we're gonna make a loaf, and we're gonna try to make a loaf and see if we like it. I'm thinking that, I don't know. I don't know. It's not as fine, even though I had it set on the finest setting on the machine. It is hard wheat, so it's not going to be as fine as your softer wheats will be. But making breads, obviously, it has a higher level of protein, which is going to give it more gluten, which is going to be better for making your breads, pastries, cookies, things like that. Soft wheat is best. Your harder wheats are better for your breads. Who knows? We'll see. I am really excited. It may take some adjustment just from our palates because it's not what we're used to, but this is the healthiest and best option where we're retaining all of our nutrients and we're able to take those in and digest them much better. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I straight up forgot to pull y'all out this morning, but we are well into baking right now, and when it's done, I will show y'all what it looks like. I did use half and half. I decided to not dump the full load of wheat flour on the kids, so I did do half store-bought flour, half my milled flour, maybe have to ease them into it. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to show y'all what I made. 2 different loaves this morning. I'll show you guys what it looks like as soon as it's done. Well, you guys see, I got done with the whole bread experiment. Now I've changed. We're outside. We've got a couple of things that we've got to get done today. I'm not putting you to work, am I?
Always put me to work. Always.
One more thing in the ground. Wasn't a chore that Mr. Mac wanted to do.
Hey, at least it's done.
It is done though. So I added a trellis to this galvanized bed and the one over there. And I wanted a trellis because I've got some seeds from Hoss over the spring. And of course you can see my cucumbers look amazing. So we're gonna use these to trellis this side up. The ones planted on the other side, I'm gonna trellis down on the ground so we can utilize both sides. This will go up, that'll go down on the ground. So I'm glad we got this out of the way. We can utilize these beds in a little bit of a different way by just having the trellises here. And by the way, those trellises are nothing special, are they?
What do you mean?
Like, it's just stuff we have off the farm.
Oh yeah, it's just reusing what we already had.
Right, so there was no cost in that. Like he said, just using T-posts and pig panels that we already had on the farm, we were able to create the trellises. What about that grass?
It looks amazing.
That is a field of grass. Have we ever fertilized that?
Not just with animals.
Not a drop of real like chemical fertilizer on that.
It's got some red clover, white clover. There's several kinds of grasses all growing through there.
That, I mean, I don't think the people on camera can understand that grass.
There's the T-post. That's a 6.5 foot T-post over there. And it's 3.5, 4 foot up on that T-post.
You can take me high. I can see the sun staring at you when you make that smile. I'm moving closer to you now.
Y'all, we come up here to just look at the gardens and we are finally done.
Yes. So we've gotten all the bad bug timber that was from the drought, all of it's down over here and on the other side. And so now we've got to light these big piles on fire. Now these are huge piles. I don't know if the camera actually shows how big these are, but it's probably 150, 200 pines right here. And each of these other are about 50 to 100 pines in the other one over there and the ones behind here. The problem we're worried about is, yes, it'll burn quickly, but we got to make sure that we can control it. So we put the butts of the trees around it, hoping that it does not get out of control. I'm not worried about this one as much as I'm worried about the one behind it, because it's surrounded by forest.
Because there's more pines back there,
Yep,
right?
yes, and our goal is not to burn them up and it travels straight back to our house, because it's got a whole line of pines going right back to the house.
Without you, without you, you can take me high. Feels like I can fly. You can take me high.
We just had a blast on the trampoline, wrapping it up, calling it a day. God bless.
Happy homestead, y'all.
You can take me high.